What's up, guys? Mike with Car Thoughts here. I haven't made one of these in a very long time, it seems like. And it has been a long time. In fact, I don't know when the last time I actually posted a video for Car Thoughts was. Um, Been a ton of stuff going on, though. Mostly uncar related, which is why Car Thoughts has not gotten any love. But I'm hoping to change that here in the very near future. Had some exciting things going on with cars. Recently, I was able to acquire essentially my dream car. I've been looking for a car like this for quite some time, evaluating exactly what I wanted in a car. And yeah, just narrowed a lot of things down. And came up with a Ferrari 360 with a manual transmission, and that is exactly what I am sitting in right now. I wasn't necessarily planning on purchasing one right now, but maybe sometime in the future. And then by mere happenstance, I saw a red on tan original manual transmission Ferrari pop up on a auction site. Very detailed service history, had just gone through a major service at the Ferrari dealership, like everything pretty much in ship shape, taken care of. And it was something that, like I said, I wasn't initially looking for at the time. It just worked out where I was able to purchase this vehicle, and I feel like I got a fantastic deal. Probably the most inexpensive gated car, factory gated car on the market at the moment, especially for red on tan, which is, anybody that wants a Ferrari pretty much has to have a red on tan car. It's just kind of what you have to do. I definitely like some of the other colors and specs. But I've never owned a Ferrari before, and red on tan, like, is just kind of the go-to Ferrari. So I watched a lot of Magnum PI as a kid when I was growing up, and Tom Selleck driving that Ferrari was just something that really always kind of stuck with me. And yeah, looking at stuff, I've been doing a lot of just car kind of searching and trying to figure out what I would actually want in the ideal car for me to just own and drive. And there were a few things, as you all kind of know. I've owned quite a few cars at this point, and I've loved stuff about all of them. All cars are unique. There's certain things that I liked more than others. But yeah, each car has its perks. But none of them really checked quite just everything that I wanted. I'd gotten pretty close on some of them, but like really with where I'm at now, like I didn't want to do quite as much buying and selling really anymore. I've been trying to hold on to things a little bit longer, appreciate them just a little bit more. Not that I haven't appreciated them. I take very good care of all the vehicles that I own. It's just something that I enjoy doing, and making sure they're all very well maintained. But at the same time, I move through them, as some of you probably know. And yeah, it's just really to kind of experience different vehicles. But at this point in time, I've really been looking for vehicles that I want to keep for extended periods of time, and thinking pretty hard about what I want out of those vehicles. And this car in particular just kind of checked all the boxes. I am not a huge fan of a lot of the new vehicles coming out. Just, I don't know. I love, as far as just a car, the analog driving experience. I love driving a manual transmission. The Gallardo I had a gated manual. The Audi R8 that I had a gated manual. And they're just so fun to drive. But this car, I've had a chance, it's dead of winter here. And luckily we've had some really nice weather. So I've had a chance to drive this thing a little bit, not a ton, but the experience of driving this is just so different than anything else that I've owned. And I am so happy with how it drives. It's so light to drive. It's a rear wheel drive car opposed to those other two I just mentioned, which were all wheel drive. And this car just feels so light, so tossable. I need to get some new tires on it. The tires are 10 years old, so it loses traction pretty easily. But I'll get that taken care of here probably before the summer. But anyways, yeah, like I wanted a manual transmission car. I wanted it to be, some sort of a sports car, something that's a bit different. I've always liked driving different cars. I don't love driving kind of the same thing as everybody else out there on the road. But I also, at the same time, wanted it to be something that I could actually work on. And, this out of, any Ferrari, especially older ones, is supposed to be one of the easiest cars to work on. It has its quirks for sure. Things like I've read about, like ball joints. There's some special kind of ball joints on this car that aren't typical. And they've got, they're basically just made out of metal. They're for racing, very, very tight, keeps the car tight, but they tend to go out pretty quickly, I guess. So that's just one of those things you have to be aware of and maintain. But a lot of stuff on this car is very accessible, very easy to work on from what I've heard, allegedly. I tried to do quite a bit of research. So that's a big thing for me, is like I do a lot of the work on these cars myself. Living out here in Wyoming, it's just not feasible for me to get it to a larger exotic shop somewhere else. If I'm looking at something major or something, like I'm probably taking something like this to Denver, and I've made that trip actually in the R8 in a blizzard before, which was a good adventure. But yeah, I wanted something that I could work on myself, really just enjoy kind of the experience of ownership that way, have it, be something that I can make my own, but also just really enjoy driving it. Like I didn't want to necessarily have the fastest car, like speed. I love going fast, but speed is not like that important. It's more about the experience of driving. I think the saying is really true, that it's a whole lot more fun to go fast in a slow car than it is to go slow in a fast car. And that's really just, kind of what I wanted out of this car, was something that I could drive and enjoy and be able to work on myself, and something, lastly, that would appreciate in value. And that's something that this car has. So something that I want to start doing a little bit more of is going through some like collector grade, I would say, types of vehicles that are on my radar, maybe to help other people out if they're looking to buy investment grade cars. That's just something that like I just constantly look at and try to assess, see what's going to excuse me, trying to die here, but something that's going to keep going up in value, and I'd love to go through that with some people. So that's something that is interesting to you. Stay tuned here. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've been on here and made one of these videos. I have been very busy personally, just doing some house stuff. We've got a different property now, especially since the last time I put a video out, and we have been doing a lot of work to it. So I've got a lot of irons in the fire. Excuse me, I'm just gonna die. It's very dry here also. But yeah, I'm looking forward to making some content with this car. Love for you guys to take a look at it here at some point. When it's a little bit nicer out, I can get it out of the garage, give you a walk around, and then hopefully, yeah, just continue making some content, because it's been a while. I miss doing this, and I need to do a little bit more of it. But I've got some ideas, been thinking a lot about content, and what I want to do kind of with this page, channel, what have you. And so, yeah, I'm hoping to definitely do a little bit more of that. Still got a very, very large passion for cars. It's just been on the back burner. So hopefully, if anybody's still out there, still listening, still with me, got some stuff coming. So I'm going to close this out before I die. But thanks for sticking around if you're still here, and look forward to talking to you a little bit more. So hope you guys are having a great week, and I will talk to you soon.